Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky as 13.5-point underdogs pulled off a massive upset last night at Las Vegas, 93-85. Angel had 13 points and 10 rebounds. So, Rachel, right now, who's your WNBA Rookie of the Year?
Man, I love both of these players. They're so much fun to watch, and it really feels like a Jason Kidd, Grant Hill sort of situation in terms of their rookie years. We're not going to have co-rookies of the year like we did that year with the guys because they've changed the voting system. But Angel Reese has come on and made such a case for herself in the last month. She was Player of the Month for this past month. Of course, Caitlin Clark was Player of the Month for May. Yep. I still have to give the slight edge to Caitlin Clark. She is first among rookies in points per game, fourth among rookies in rebounding per game. Angel obviously blows her away in that category. That's her specialty. She's first among all rookies. But Caitlin Clark is not, 20th. She's fourth among rookies in that category. She's first in the league among rookies for assists per game, first in the league among rookies for steals per game, fourth for blocks per game. So, again, a good showing there. And Angel is seventh in that category. So I think Angel plays with the tenacity that I love. She is so much fun to watch on that team. She is a leader already. You see her manage things on the floor. Caitlin Clark is such an elite all-around player, and she impacts winning in so many ways. She is my current Rookie of the Year. But I do think that there's a lot more conversation to be had on this, and we're going to have to see how the second half of the season plays out.
Yeah, the second half of the season obviously is big, but when you look at it, like I said yesterday, Skip, you wasn't on the show, Rachel, she's going to get back to her double-doubles. She got back to it with 13 and 10.
Of course.
And they won the
Barely,
game.
but she got there.
Well, that's pretty much been her stat line all year long. It's not like she's going 29, 15, and, so she's getting ready to start that run again. When she was on the floor, she was a plus 26. The next closest of her teammates was a 16. So that speaks volumes to me because she affects her team, she affects the game. And I understand Caitlin Clark does some of the same things. But when I talk about consistency, she's more consistent to me than Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark got a lot of bags. She got a whole bunch of shooting threes. She's running the offense. She's assists. She's giving the ball to the other team. All of those sort of things, to me, matters when you start talking about affecting your team. I just think that Angel Reese is more consistent on the positive side of affecting her team, less than Caitlin. Caitlin is doing great. She's right there. But the consistency I need to see more of. Skip talked about the fourth quarters about a month ago. Then she got better in the fourth quarter. The last couple games, she knocked down shots and they was winning those games. But Angel Reese affects, it just feels like she affects the game more for whatever weird reason. I don't know what it is. It's not the splash plays. She's not shooting logo threes. She's rebounding. She's playing defense. She's blocking shots. It's just, she's doing what she's supposed to do, where we're almost like with Caitlin, if she misses on something, it becomes a big blur to us. We look at it like, well, she threw the ball away. It's like now we start looking at all of her turnovers, which is a lot. And she handles the ball, high usage rate, and she's going to have those turnovers. But I feel like right now, Angel just got just a smidgen, just a little bit.
Okay.
Especially at the big win.
I will agree with you. And I've seen a recurring pattern in Angel's game. Like last night, through three quarters, she had 6 points and 7 rebounds. A lot of fourth quarters, she will get her numbers. And you can say, well, she's stat padding or playing for stats. I don't care because they're winning these games.
Yeah.
And last night, they had to hang on because it was an onslaught at Las Vegas by the Aces, who won back-to-back championships. And somehow Chicago held on in the fourth quarter and won 24-22 in the fourth to win by 8, because I thought they were going to lose at a couple of points. And Angel had a lot to do with it because she was continuing to create havoc under the she's a below-the-rim rebounder. Teresa Weatherspoon compares her to Dennis Rodman. She is Rodman-esque because she has an incredible gifted nose for the basketball. And the stat of the year for her is she now has 38 more offensive rebounds, not than just than rookies. She has 38 more than anybody in the WNBA. What? 38 more offensive rebounds than anybody else, and she's playing against the MVP in Asia Wilson last night, who was 6'4", and Angel 6'3", and Asia was making it hard on her and blocked her shot with about 3 minutes left, because Asia is really, really, really good.
28.
Yeah, I know,
She's
and
good.
14. Okay, so the point is, when you tell me she has 30 more offensive rebounds, the impact of that is so significant for her team, because you're given so many extra chances, as opposed to Caitlin, as great as she is, and she has been great, and I don't throw that word around loosely, but now Caitlin is up to 52 more turnovers than anybody else in the WNBA. 52? And she's already broken the record for turnovers in a season, and she's going to play tonight. She has 15 games left, so she's just going to annihilate the
I wonder how
record for
many,
turnovers.
and I'll get Nick to do this just as a little bit of a research, how the opponent's points off those turnovers.
I don't know.
I wonder what that
It's gotta be
is.
a lot.
Again, you have to look at, I'm not excusing the turnovers. She has to clean that up. And Angel obviously has much more ball sense and when in terms of taking care of the ball. But she's not in position to give up the ball as much as Caitlin is.
No, she's definitely not, because her usage rate would be way lower.
And handling. I mean, it's different. They do different things on the court. Steph Curry used to be a turnover machine, and he still turns the ball over more than he would like or Steve Kerr would like, but he's so dazzling in every other aspect of the game that you sort of take that because he is handling the ball so much. He's shooting crazy shots. He's doing that sort of thing. I'm not sure. The turnovers are a concern. There is no doubt about it. I'm not sure that eliminates her from Rookie of the Year.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Given the rest of her game.
It doesn't at all. Her, like Skip said, it's just, for me, the impact of Angel Reese to her team feels, I could be totally wrong, it just feels more significant as I watch. That's all.
So, Keyshawn, to your point about how many points has the opposition scored off her turnovers, 52 more than anybody else. And I look at it as how many empty trips, you know, how many
Empty
times did
trips,
you?
yeah.
Okay, so what has Caitlin done great? Well, she leads the whole league in assists. Okay, as a rookie, that's pretty great. And she's tied for 9th in steals. So she's top 10 in steals. I'll give you that.
Very active.
Okay? Yeah, very active with her hands. It's that...
Getting possessions back. By the way, if you're going to talk about the possessions she throws away, you have to talk about the ones she gets back.
You got it. She's #1 in three-point attempts, which I got no problem with because she's...
But she's only shooting 32%.
33.
33%.
Yeah. And
it
so
went up a tick.
It went up a tick, and I'm pretty sure down the stretch it'll tick up a little bit because she's starting to figure it out. She's had a couple of big games from 3, and then the last game she wasn't. She was 2 for 11 in her last game. But the point is she's doing a lot of good things and one big bad thing.
Yeah.
Just so bad that you just say, well, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Because she will try any pass at any moment. She will try to thread the needle that is unthreadable. There are just too many hands in the way. And you just half the time you're saying, well, come on now, just slow down, settle down. You don't need to do that. It's not like Russell Westbrook turnovers where he'll just lose the handle on the basketball. She doesn't lose the handle on the basketball. She just tries things that she shouldn't. But she shoots logo threes. And you say, well, that's crazy. Well, she can make them too. So I still say Angel, she's only 1 rebound off Asia for the lead in the league in total rebounds. So just on those alone, she's 14 and 12. Caitlin's 17, 6 and 8. So
I think it's so razor-thin close.
It's close.
Angel Reese has impressed me so much. It's not a surprise to anybody who watched her play college ball that she's a fighter, that she's a dog, but the way she has gone after this season, both on the court in individual games, helping her team, overall showing no fear, speaking her mind publicly, to me, those are such assets. Those are the intangibles that you can't teach. She is going to be such a force to be reckoned with in this league for years to come. Angel Reese is a stud, and she could absolutely win Rookie of the Year this year. But it's going to be a battle, and Caitlin Clark is putting up a very big fight. You know, Dawn Staley was asked this question the other day, and she said, right now, Angel Reese is her Rookie of the Year, but she said that could change in a heartbeat. Yeah. And she said, whoever gets their team to the playoffs, that's the Rookie of the Year to me. And right now, they're both there. They're on the edge, right? The 7th and 8th, and the 8 teams make the playoffs. But I think that's going to be a huge factor when we're looking for tiebreakers.
Okay.
I think this race is too close to call right now, and that is spectacular fun for all of us.
I'll give Caitlin this point, to your point, in your case.